snacks and your times. The restrooms are downstairs in the rear of the boat. All right, we go down Tribeca, Triangle below Canal. Tribeca to our right, at one time was a industrial warehousing area. It's built in 1 year, 45 days, 4,000 workers working out of it. And we see a building north of the Empire State Building with white walls representing the fallen towers, pointing back to our left where the Twin Towers once stood, with the names of 746 New Jersey and Parish. The Hudson River that we're on right now was discovered in 1609 by Henry Hudson, who was charged by his employer, the Dutch West Indian Trading Company, to look for a northeast passage to Asia. Instead, he put a mixture of salt and fresh water here, making the oyster beds very prolific. The oyster beds were destroyed by the early 20th century of landfill over there in the beginning 1980s. Began to develop the 95 acres in a Battery Park City, Tower Bank, South American Bank of Manhattan Tower. Why? Because that's where it was landmarked as. You want to build your own building, name your own building, that's cool. You don't take a landmark. Brooklyn is 2 miles east or beyond the left-hand tower where the Atlantic Ocean is, and that's what the statue is facing, greeting the immigrants of the sea. When the Verrazano Canal Bridge was opened in 1964, favorite New York films that premiered 42 years ago later this year. That's right, scary but true. 42 years ago, later this year, and after 42 years, get printed in the paper. So they got the money together, and construction started in April. In her right hand, she carries the regilded torch of enlightenment. 7 points in her crown for the 7 seas. 25 windows in her. Bigger than the one we just saw, pushing the gravel.
Movie director, comedian, replacing Saddles Up Frankenstein. Mike Leigh, movie director. Woody Allen, movie director, comedian, pervert. Who else? We've got judges. Ruth Bader Ginsburg of the Supreme Court. I'm thinking exactly what that. It's always out of 6. You know what I mean? Judge in Brooklyn. Yeah, Al Capone from Brooklyn. John Gotti, Teflon Don, Las Vegas, Henry Hill, the Goodfellow.
2-acre island, 90 acres of which was contributed from landfill to the excavation of the place until 1996. They were forced out to the down. Up to your right, you see that yellow apartment building with the gray water tank on the roof? That was Charlie Fontana's apartment building, New York State mob movie Frizzy's Honor. That's when Kathleen Turner hooked up in Frizzy's Honor with Angelica Houston reading up on her Machiavelli, waiting in the wings.
That's Congress. I was for that, because we're losing our veterans here in New York City. But they know that's not feasible. So what they do?
To the right. Ships came here. The Grey Iron Hold to the left, the Grey Iron Hold Wayward Tree ship from Liverpool, England, 1885 building. You see the wedding cake top of the municipal building, 1914, 580 feet in height. The Gillick Civic Fame on the main tower signifying Manhattan. The 4 smaller towers adds base to the boroughs of Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, the Bronx, housing various forms of city government, city agencies. Joseph Stalin so loved that municipal building. He had a similar one built in Moscow for the university, but not as nice as this one, built by McKinley and White in 1914. To our right, this little white building from the New York Fire Department Fire Boat House. It used to be an ice cream parlor, but I think went out of business. But behind it, that red brick building is an Eagle Warehouse and Storage Company from 1903, now condos, where Spike Lee filmed Bamboozled. In the foreground, the River Cafe. Behind the River Cafe is a very fine pizzeria known as Giuliana's. Giuliana's, excellent pizzeria in that part of Brooklyn. To our right, we see Jane's Carousel in Brooklyn Bridge Park. To the right of Jane's Carousel, those red brick buildings, Old Corking Tobacco Warehouse from 1869, modernized for commercial use, retail use. Ahead, Berg Bridge, connecting Delancey Street, Lower East Side to Williamsburg, Brooklyn on the right. To our right, these are housing projects in the foreground, these red brick buildings, the Governor Al Smith houses. But to our right, ladies and gentlemen, to our right, we see that sprawling red brick tower on Canal Street. That is One Confucius Plaza in Chinatown on Canal Street. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all stand up and look behind us and look at the Brooklyn Bridge. The longest steel suspension bridge when opened in 1883, started in 1869, built by engineering, lantern on top of its tower, Standard Oil Building 1922, that's where the Broadway Bowl is located. To our right, in Battery Park, behind the white enclosure for the Statue Cruise Line, is the third fort built to protect the harbor, Castle Clinton, put in front of the other. And that's why you should go to Century 21 too. Okay? Right across the street from it, can't miss it, big sign. Okay? Alright. And further east, of course, the Brooklyn Square. Don't! Because I'll have you know that there's a wonderful neighborhood within walking distance of Times Square.